What is going on, faithful? This is your boy Mike and Nick. We are back for another 49ers trivia. All right, nothing but Niners in the building. Nick, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, Mike. I'm super pumped to get this third game going on here, man. We've had some great contestants on so far. Today we got two great contestants, and we got a great topic of conversation. And so why don't we go ahead and let our contestants introduce themselves. First off, we got Ken. Ken, what's going on, man?
Hey, not a whole lot. How you guys doing?
Doing well. So if you just let everybody know where they can find you, or something like that. If you want to be followed on Twitter or whatever, anything like that.
Well, it's 49er Ken on Twitter, and just hanging out here in San Antonio, Niner Nation of Texas.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Now, Ken, how long have you been a fan of the 49ers, man?
Since 1969.
Ooh, okay. I like it. That's a lot of experience. And let me tell you first, before we keep going, man, I want to commend you for your dedication. I know people can see you. Guys, Ken is in the office working. That is dedication to this, all right? Let me tell you, man, if people were that dedicated, the world would be a better place if everybody was this dedicated. So, Ken, I appreciate you doing that, man. So thank you very much for joining us. And my man Darius, what's going on with you, man? Why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, your handle, your Twitter handle. How long have you been a fan? Just some background information.
I'm Darius Miller. I'm from Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, the capital city, home of Abraham Lincoln. Woo! I've been a 49er fan since as long as I can remember. My dad was a fan. I mean, I got starter jacket pictures of me, and so
the one with the big pocket.
Yeah, the big pocket in the front. Yeah. That's how long I've been a fan.
Old school.
Yeah. So my Twitter handle is DMills MILLZ 917. It's also my Xbox gamer tag if you want to game with me.
There we go. All right, an Xbox guy. All right.
That is
I like
awesome.
That. I like that.
Mike.
Right.
So we're gonna get this topic of conversation going, man. I think a great topic of conversation today would be let's ask our contestants why they think the 49ers will make the playoffs or won't make the playoffs. So that'll be a good debate here, I think. And we know it's early, it's OTAs, not even training camp yet, but it's still something that we want to get out there, just see different people's opinions and also fill in the faithfuls on what other people are thinking about this upcoming season. Their excitement. If they're not excited, I don't know what they wouldn't be excited about. But so we'll start this off with Darius. So Darius, what do you think is going to happen with the 49ers and their playoffs this year?
I'm on the fence. I don't want to be that guy, but I have to be that guy. I'm on the fence. I'm loving the defensive and offensive upgrades that we've done. I love the fact that Kyle's worked with a bunch of the people we've picked up. But I'm still not sold on our O-line and how good our pass rush will be. I believe if our pass rush is what most of us think it will be, we should be able to contend for the top spot in the division, especially since Seattle's line is suspect, LA's line is suspect, and Arizona, Carson can't run away from anybody. So if our defensive pressure is what we think it'll be, I think we'll be able to contend. But I'm still not sold on the offense as far as our O-line and also our wide receiver core. I know we got some talent there, but I have to see it more than what the how sparingly they've been seen besides Garcon.
Okay. That's definitely all good things to be interested and think about. With the wide receiving core and the defensive front. The thing that caught me there was you were saying you're not too sure about our offensive line. I think we've definitely made some great additions on the offensive line, and we even have an opportunity for a first-round pick to stay on the bench this year. So that's still something we got to look forward to. I'm really looking forward to the offensive play this year. But most importantly, I'm interested in, and people are going to laugh at me, and I say this all the time, is what Brian Hoyer is going to bring to this offense. because he is a drop back, stay in the pocket type quarterback. He's not afraid to throw the ball downfield, and he can read a defense. So Mike, what you want to rebuttal on that, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool because let me tell you, man, this is a big fan base, and I watch Twitter as much as I possibly can, and people are all over the place. I mean, I think it's amazing that Darius's biggest concern is the offense, where a lot of people seem to be more comfortable with that because of the familiarity of everybody that we brought in with a wide receiver from the system, a tight end from the system, the quarterback from the system. Everyone seems to think that, the offense is going to be the one that picks up and learns the fastest. And so I just think it's pretty cool that that's Darius' concern, because I think I'm right there with him, honestly. I think that despite us bringing in 2 receivers who are familiar with the system already, a lot of people forget about Alden Robinson. They just think Garcon right away. But despite that, and the talent and the smart guys that we brought in and everything, and even picking up the offensive line, it took Matt Ryan and those guys 2 full seasons to get clicking over there. So even if these guys get it right, I mean, there's still a season behind that. And so I think the offense is going to be the biggest area of concern, much like what Darius was saying. I think the defense has been better suited for a 4-3. I mean, when we started dropping like flies last year and all the injuries were happening, I questioned, I think, like week 3 or 4. No, it definitely wasn't week 3. I think the first 2 weeks I was happy, or at least surprised, with our defense. But once we got to weeks 3 and 4 and we started getting blown out the way we were, and people were running all over us, I was like, we got to switch to a 4-3. We got to put more bodies up front to stop the run. We got to put these linebackers in better position to make plays on the ball, and we got to simplify things. And I was calling for a 4-3 defense a long time ago, going back in the last season. So I think that the defense, and I think maybe Darius will agree with me on here, I think the defense is now going to be playing where they should have been playing, a more natural, more attacking, go-get-it type of defense. And so I completely understand what he was saying there.
Right. So we won't get your prediction yet, Darius, but we're going to switch this over to Ken, and we're going to think what Ken thinks about the acquisitions this offseason and the possibilities of making or not making the playoffs.
Well, I definitely think we're going to make the playoffs, and I really think we're going to be probably a 9-7, 10-6 team. Offensively, I don't really see us being a juggernaut. Nothing like the Montana Rice, Roger Craig days. But look, we got a really good fullback right now that will take up a lot of the slack out of the running game, take a little pressure off of Hyde. We got a couple good rookies. Receivers. Hoyer, I'm not in or out on. I got to see him first. I wasn't really impressed with some of his early work, but the defense, they are going to crush. Maybe not this year, but they'll build it up, and they will just start crushing people. And it'll be back to the 4 years ago when we were the team. We were the team that beat everybody. We could take anybody. We weren't afraid of anybody. Back to, but I think we'll make the playoffs. Probably a wild card team. But next year and the year after, we'll win the division and we'll win the NFC. Go to the Super Bowl at least 2 out of the next 5 years.
Woo!
I like it.
Look at that prediction.
Let's go.
Hey, so we did. I just want to jump in here real quick because Toby Tennessee just sent us a question, and he's like, "But Kyle Shanahan brought." And regarding to Darius, he said, "But Kyle Shanahan brought in players at every position on offense who knows his system." So yeah, I definitely agree. With that, and I think that what that does, Toby, is it helps fasten the people learning the system, and it will be able to accommodate the people of learning the system faster. So, Toby, thanks for that insight there. But I just wanted to let you know. But go ahead, Mike.
No, I just wanted to tell him he's absolutely right. We weren't questioning the skill positions on the offensive side of the ball. Darius' biggest concern was the offensive line.
O-line, yeah.
Right. And if you guys think about it,
O-line doesn't mesh, I mean, nothing's gonna work.
Right.
That's where everything starts, and that's the concern I have, especially since I know we have from our O-line last year and got rid of some of the dead weight, but we still had one of the worst O-lines last year. So I mean, it could have been a product of who they are playing next to. So that's where my concern is.
I think it was probably more of a project of motivation and coaching. And now, and talent, but you've got just a different mindset and a different way to, the way they're handling the team and the way they're thinking and how they're pushing forward. They're just a lot more positive, more confident group of people. Even they haven't even started practicing yet. And you can just tell by, interviewing, when you watch the interviews with some of these players, they're just completely in on the program, where last year they weren't even on the field.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, coaching was definitely a big problem last year. You know what I mean? No one's going to deny that. You can't deny that coaching was a huge issue last year. But a lot of the times, man, I mean, even in run plays, I know that, coaching was an issue and the offensive scheme was a little questionable. But even with run plays, I mean, these guys, they snap the ball, you got to go forward. You got to open up your gaps. I mean, you've been doing that since high school if you're an offensive lineman. And Carlos Hyde was hit at the line of scrimmage or behind more than any other running back in the NFL last year. That stuff isn't a coincidence, so I still think it's going to take a little bit of time. But Kyle Shanahan will definitely spread the ball out more, have more of a deep threat and things like that going on. So, I think it'll be interesting. I definitely think it'll be interesting. Nick, did you want to get into predictions right now, or do you want to try to stay away from that? What's up, man?
Well, I think we know what Ken is saying. Ken is saying 2 of 5 Super Bowls in the next 5 years, but have a chance of making the playoffs this year. Darius is a little bit on the fence just because of our offensive line. But I think that will take ship-top shape in the first 3 or 4 games, and we'll be able to see where we're going to be at. The end of the season's schedule is really packed with a bunch of winnable games. So it really depends on how we come out this season and start, but really means about how we finish. So I think that's what's going to make or break us this year, is the way, if we can come out and get, 2 or 3 wins in the beginning of the season and finish strong with the last 5 or 6, I think we got a good chance of taking that 9-7 team, but it's to be seen. So, it's great insight from both of them. And, I'm not going to sit here and call either one crazy, because I'm a Niner, through and through. So I'm going to root to go to the playoffs every single year. And that's my opinion on that. And we will always go to the playoffs no matter what. And if we don't, I'm a true faithful. So we move on to next year and we get better things going.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. I can see how we can actually make it to the playoffs with the experience that's on the team, the better defensive scheme, and we'll hope the special teams is just average. We'll be okay. I think that this defense is going to be a 15 or higher ranked defense, and I think the offense is going to be significantly better. I mean, we were 31st last year, so it's impossible to get worse. So, and there were 4 or 5 losses that we had last year that we probably could have and should have won if we had a better scheme. So there's some talent here. And with better scheming, I could definitely see how we could make the playoffs. It's going to be a very interesting and fun year to watch. So,
right.
All right, guys. I think it's time to go ahead and get into this trivia. What do you guys think?
I'm ready.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you guys have your marker and your paper there?
I do.
We know Ken does. He's sitting at his work desk.
All right, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a test question really quick. Ken, I see that you're on the phone. I don't know if you want to sit your phone down so you can write freely and get it angled on you. All right.
Got
Let's see how that works out there for you. There you go, my man. Easy peasy. All right. So this is going to be the first trial question here.
All right, but let's just re-explain to them what they're going to do. So we'll ask the question. You'll have 10 seconds. Mike, you have the timer, right? So you'll have 10 seconds to answer the question. Once that timer is done, you need to hold your piece of paper up once you're done answering the question with the answer facing you. Don't show us the answer. Don't show the audience the answer. Just keep it facing you. We'll ask you to reveal your answer once you do. So you'll have 10 seconds to ask the question. You write it down. Throw it up as soon as you're done with the answer facing you. Once we ask you, you'll just flip it around and easy peasy.
All right. Practice question time. Here we go. What is the name of the football team that used to play in San Francisco? All right. Darius has his answer. All right, we can't see Ken's paper, but I'm assuming Ken has his answer. Time's up. There we go. All right, now you guys flip your answers. Darius, what you got? 49ers. Very good. And Ken, what do you have?
49ers.
49ers. Very good. All right, I think they passed the trial.
They passed the trial.
All right, guys, let's get to this, all right?
Yes, sir. You want me to lead off with it, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead. You can do number 1. I'll get number 2.
All right. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 1. How many 49ers made it to the Pro Bowl for their efforts in the 2008 season? All right, Ken's got his answer.
Right, they're both ready.
Darius?
No need for the timer.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's see what Darius, what do you got?
I got 8.
8. Okay.
8. All right. Ken, what do you got?
Lift it up a little
7?
bit. 7. Both
Right.
answers, both of those answers are incorrect. The true answer is 2, and it was Patrick Willis and Andy Lee.
In 2008, this team was not that good.
Yeah, I'm thinking when we were turning the page. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
2008.
All right.
That's
No
toward the-
problem.
All right.
All right.
All right, so go ahead, Mike.
All right, so we're making sure Ken was good. Okay. Next question. Which 49er was the first running back in NFL history to gain 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season? Oh, Ken is quick on the draw there. I saw that. All right, both of them are ready. Here we go. All right, we are going to start with Ken this time. What you got, Ken? Roger Craig, okay. And Darius, what you got, bud?
Roger Craig.
All right.
We got a tie game here. Okay. All right, Nick.
1-1.
Take us away with question 3.
All right, question number 3. Who was the first 49er to throw for 200 touchdowns in their career?
Listen to how quick they're writing. I like this. We got some. These boys playing today. Okay.
All right, Darius
Ken is
got his
ready?
answer. Ken is
All
ready.
right.
All right, Darius,
we're
what
gonna
do you
go-
got?
Got Brody.
Wow. Okay, Ken, what you got?
Y.A. Tittle.
Okay.
All right, so we got 2 different answers, but only one is correct. The correct
The
answer,
correct answer.
is John Brody.
That's right. Very, very good. All right, so the tie is broken. We gotta make these questions a little tougher. All right, question 4. Here we go. We only got 2 questions left. The San Francisco 49ers became the first team to finish the regular season with 15 victories in what year? What year did the 49ers go 15-1?
All right, everybody's answer.
Ken looks a little confident in this one. Let's start with Ken. He looked confident in this one. 94. Okay. All right. Darius, what you got?
Got 92.
92. All right. The answer is 1984.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I had the right last number.
All right, yeah, you did. All right, so this last question is either going to say if we have a tie to go to a tiebreaker or we're going to have a winner.
Yeah.
So, question number 5. 49ers linebacker Navarro Bowman would get his first interception from which quarterback?
Come on. I see
Go
Ken's
on.
face. Go. All right. Let's see. Come on, Ken. You can do this, man. I'm pulling for you, buddy. I like overtime. All right. Darius has his answer. Let's start with Darius. What do you got, bud?
I put Palmer. I have no clue.
All right.
Palmer, okay. Ken, who did you put?
Peyton Manning.
Oh,
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Oh,
It
well,
was a good quarterback, but it was
it
not Peyton Manning or Carson Palmer.
was
The
Aaron
correct
Rodgers.
answer,
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
freaking Rodgers.
Man,
So,
man.
All right,
no
Darius.
need for a tiebreaker today, guys.
What's that, Ken?
Good job, Darius.
hey, thanks. Hey, you too.
Hey guys, no, both
Listen.
of you
Those are
did
tough
a great
questions.
job. Both of you did a great job.
You guys both did it.
Before we go, every morning in the great state of Texas, anybody walks into my office sees this.
Look at that. I love it.
Absolutely love
I
it.
And
love
that
it.
came
That's
from
Freaking
awesome.
love it.
Yeah, one of my customers gave that to me, and there are tons of diehard 49 fans in Texas.
That's
Really?
awesome.
That's great.
Good stuff, man. Ken, listen, man, thank you so much for joining us. I really, really appreciate that, okay? And
man.
don't leave just yet. We're going to wrap this thing up. All right, congratulations to our winner. That is Darius. My man, you have officially advanced to the second round. All right. And Nick, go ahead and take us home, baby. Let's go ahead and get out of here.
Hey guys, once again, congratulations, Darius. Thanks for joining us both. But I'm going to leave us like we always do. And above all else, stay faithful. We out.